Hey, you there. Do you like card games? What about deck building games? Is that something that turns you on? Do you enjoy getting together with the boys for a round of poker? If you answered yes, no, or maybe to any of those questions, then boy, have I got a surprise for you. Monster Train is a roguelike deck building game, and it can be yours for just $25. Released on the 21st of May and developed by Shiny Shoe, of which existence I was unaware until I pirated their game. I am kidding, of course. I spent my hard-earned cash on it about a week ago, and I've played it non-stop ever since. In fact, my fiancée, with who I live, might I add, hasn't seen me ever since. She might actually think I'm dead. Anyway, let's begin with the story. Heaven and Hell are at war. The last surviving remains of the Pyre power your train, the Bone Shaker, upon which you fight against the heavenly troops. The game takes place in Hell. You will traverse through all 9 of its circles, battling the Winged, as they're called, and that's pretty much it. Every single card has some extra lore on it, but I would much rather play the game than indulge in another man's fanfiction. Gameplay. Before each battle, you get to decide how to upgrade your deck, and each decision will have its consequences. Do you heal the Pyre at the cost of obtaining a new artifact? Upgrade a spell, but forfeit the chance to enhance your units? It's all up to you, and there is lots of different ways to play the game. You start out with only 2 clans. The Horned, who are really into BDSM, as getting punched in the groin repeatedly is a reliable way to increase your damage output in this game. And the Awoken, who focus on growing spikes so thick, even the biggest cacti get jealous as they watch the enemies punch themselves out. Of course, this won't happen on your first or second playthrough, as you will, most likely, fail to protect the Pyre and instead watch it get ravaged by an angry, red-headed mechanic. As with any large organization, your clan has a leader, and you can upgrade him up to 3 times. Once right at the start of the game, which will likely shape how you build your deck going forward, then again after having reached the 4th and 7th circles of Hell. This feels like the right time to elaborate on the 3 main bosses. Daedalus, a ginger terrorist who plants explosives in hopes of derailing the train. Fel, the Wings of Light, who like the modern-day society is a big believer in positive reinforcement as he empowers his troops every turn. And Seraph, who closely resembles your abusive, war criminal grandparents as his methods are strict and severe, and he will debuff and demoralize your troops. After defeating Seraph, you will unlock new difficulty levels, new cards, and new clans. Those clans being the Fishfolk with their useless sirens. They rely on lowering the thermostat aboard the Bone Shaker to induce hypothermia in the invaders, as well as spellcasting. Cannibals or the Jeffrey Dahmer fan club who devour the weakest in order to enhance their own physical prowess. And lastly, the kind of fetishists who enjoy covering themselves in wax and then promptly dying because you never got the spell to prolong their short 1 to 3 turn lifespans. Each time you complete a run, you gain experience, and with it come new difficulty levels that will slightly alter the way you play. For example, your deck will receive deadweight cards, which are exactly what they sound like and just take up extra space. Bosses will have more health, their muscles will grow bigger, more enemies will spawn, etc. If that's not hard enough for you, you can further boost the difficulty of each boss fight by applying randomly generated buffs to the enemy units, such as higher attack power, spikes, region, etc., in exchange for various rewards like artifacts, units, or gold. Of course, all of this must be done in a careful and calculated manner, lest the Winged manage to destroy the Pyre, thus ending the current playthrough. In between each boss fight, you will have a chance to upgrade your deck, as previously mentioned. You can upgrade artifacts ranging from totally useless to extremely overpowered, enhance your units or spells, gain gold, heal the Pyre, or go through the concealed caverns, which, much like most elements of this game, is randomized each time you visit them. Sometimes the rewards are great, like this one here, where a rebel winged promises to improve a unit or a spell from your deck by taking it away from you for a while. Personally, I recommend giving him a spell because it will come back infused with Give Gold ability, which you very much need for purchasing previously mentioned upgrades or items. Other times you may come across evil demons with whom you can gamble your money or health away for a promise of an artifact, which again may turn out to be garbage, okay, or excellent. Whenever you start a new run, you pick 2 clans, your main clan and the supporting one, and considering that there are 5 of them, it means that there is a ton of possible ways to play. Once you've had your fill of the same attack animations over and over, you can increase game speed, which comes in handy, especially once you reach higher ranks, as bosses will have humongous health pools. Music and sound design are great, albeit there isn't that many different tracks to listen to, so after a while I recommend turning music off completely and instead playing something far more fitting like Stupid Hoe by Mariah Carey. You should buy Monster Train if you like trains, monsters, cards, great single-player progression, and shitty multiplayer experience, as it involves lots of sitting around doing nothing, waiting for the timer to run out. Unless, of course, you're not very bright, in which case the extra time may prevent you from feeling overwhelmed by the fact that you're in the last place again. This video is much shorter than anything I've covered so far. That's because I was called back into work, which grants me a permanent minus 48 hour a week debuff to which there is no known cure. Which brings me to my next point. So hear ye, all you feisty cougars out there. George is taking applications to find himself a sugar mama. To apply, please visit this website. Purchase Monster Train and send the proof along with your most recent bank statements to littlekidlover@dundermifflin.com. I rate Monster Train 3 deadweight cards out of 5 stars, which roughly translates to great. And if I could leave you with one thought, remember, it wasn't me.
Well, I wrote this song for the Christian youth. I want to teach kids the Christian truth. If you want to reach those kids on the street, then you gotta do a rap to a hip-hop beat. So I gave my sermon an urban kick. My rhymes are fly, my beats are sick. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is my nigga.